A student cleared of rape said he will sue police after they hid texts proving his innocence. Welcome back to What's Trending. I'm Ava Gordy. Be sure to like this video and subscribe for more stories. Liam Allen, a 22-year-old student from Southeast London, was on bail for 2 years after being accused of rape. But the case was thrown out last week when it was revealed that the police were sitting on upwards of 40,000 text messages from his accuser. The messages included requests for casual sex and talked about how much she enjoyed having sex with him. Liam faced 20 years in jail if found guilty. Speaking outside Croydon Crown Court, he told reporters, "I can't explain the mental torture of the past 2 years. I feel betrayed by the system which I had believed would do the right thing. The system I want to work in. For 2 years, I haven't slept properly." Liam, a criminology student, says he has no choice other than to sue the Metropolitan Police over its failure to disclose this vital evidence earlier in the process. He added that he was disappointed that he had not yet received an apology. University is meant to be the best years of your life, and the last 2 years have been spent worrying. It has completely ripped apart my normal person life. Detectives had refused requests from defense lawyers to examine any such evidence, claiming that it wasn't relevant to the case. The evidence only came to light after newly appointed prosecutor Jerry Hayes forced them to. This is how I imagine it went down. I'm Jerry Hayes. Hand over the records. Okay. Prosecutor Hayes said, "I told the judge that this was the most appalling failure of disclosure that I have ever encountered. Judge Peter Gower found the defendant not guilty on all counts and demanded an investigation at the very highest level." Okay, so Jerry Hayes said something a little different than what I thought he would. Give me the phone records. Nah. Scotland Yard, the headquarters of the Metropolitan Police Service, said it would be carrying out an urgent assessment over what happened. A Scotland Yard spokesman said, "We will now be conducting a management review together with the Metropolitan Police to examine the way in which this case was handled." While false rape accusations are incredibly rare, an even more egregious incident made headlines earlier this year. Gemma Beale, a 25-year-old from West London, invented 4 separate incidents of sexual assault, one of which led to a man being wrongly convicted. She is now sentenced to 10 years in prison for making false rape claims. When passing the sentence, the judge called the woman a liar, telling her she'd built her life as a construct of bogus victimhood. He said these false allegations of rape, false allegations which will inevitably be widely publicized, are likely to have the perverse impact of increasing the likelihood of guilty men going free. These stories are crazy, but it's important not to conflate false accusers and rape victims. Women like Liam Allen's accuser and Gemma Beale are fascinating because they're unusual, but rape is still incredibly common. Rape affects an estimated 85,000 women in England and Wales every year. These cases tend to be overrepresented among defense attorneys, lawmakers, or anyone who wants to cast doubt on rape allegations. Critics argue that reports of rape should be treated with more caution, saying men's lives can be ruined by false accusations. But in the most detailed study ever conducted of sexual assault reports to the police, undertaken for the British Home Office in the early 2000s, out of 216 complaints that were classified as false, less than half had even gotten to the stage where the accuser lodged a formal complaint. In fact, only 39 complaints even named a suspect. Only 6 cases led to an arrest, and only 2 led to charges being brought before they were ultimately deemed false. So the evidence suggests that even when a man is falsely accused of rape, he'll be dismissed without even finding out that he was accused at all. Studies also show that people who tend to make false accusations have a past history of erratic behavior and criminal charges. Other kinds of false accusers are teenagers who make the claim to their parents and then the parents file the claim. The other question is, if some rape charges are considered false, are some false that are actually true? What we do know is false accusations make it extremely hard for real victims to come forward and be honest about their abuse. And it makes it infinitely harder for them to be believed. So what are your thoughts on false rape allegations? Let us know in the comments below, like this video, and subscribe for more What's Trending.